SEO ranking bridges the gap between you and innovation. We power our tools with machine learning and AI. Experience the evolution.
Welcome, everybody. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, depending on where you are joining us from today. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Tuesday and week so far. Just to make sure that everybody can see and hear us, please find that chat and let us know where you are joining us from today. Maybe you'll find somebody from your own community. We'll be able to find peers to reach out. Just find that chat and let us know if everything is good, and we will continue with the event. While you guys are doing that, we have, I just want to tell you that we have a really awesome workshop planned for you today. I see that people from New York, Damien. Hello, Damien. Khalid from the UK. Kevin, and I see the question from Kevin. I will get to that a bit later on. So let me just say that we hold our webinars, roundtables, workshops, and onboarding days to share some insightful and actionable information with the SEO community, help you make the most of our tools, and hopefully give you some actionable takeaways that will help you increase the traffic to your website. The topic of today's workshop is going to be streamlining local SEO, Ranking's advanced local marketing tool. I will be your host for today. My name is Andrew Zabudny, and I'm part of the marketing team, but we are going to be talking more to our guest today. So let me introduce you to Sofia Sadrbaeva, who is our customer success manager. Hello, Sofia. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes. Hi, everyone. So really excited to share some knowledge with you today, and hopefully we will have a productive workshop today.
Awesome. I'm really excited about this as well. And I'm also excited to see this guy every time we do an event together, Boris Shuko. He is the product manager of a lot of different tools in our at SEO ranking, but specifically today, we're going to be focusing on the local marketing tool. Thank you, Boris, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to do this with us.
Yeah. Hi, folks. Thanks for joining.
Great. Then let me tell you a couple of words about what is going to happen today so that you can settle in before we get to the main course of today's event. So we're going to be talking only about the local marketing tool. As you can see, we're going to be talking about adding and managing locations, local rankings, keeping track of those things on Google Maps, local marketing audit. We'll tell you what that is all about. We're going to be showing you a bit more information about Google Business Profile, what you can do within SEO ranking to manage that. We also have a business listing section, reviews, and a special announcement about the future updates that the tool that has on its roadmap. And we will finish the event with a Q&A. So be sure to throw your questions into the chat. We will do our best to address them in the moment if that's relevant. If not, we'll just wait till the end and have a dedicated Q&A session. So there will be, we are going to be recording this and providing you with the replay. The presentation will last for about 45 minutes, and then we'll have a Q&A for the remainder of that time. So just sit back, relax, soak it all in. If you have any questions, reach out to us in the chat right now, because this event is about helping you understand, how to make the most of our tools. As I said in the beginning, if you have any feedback, ideas on the tool, we would love to hear them. So just, yeah, basically I've said everything we need for the intro. Oh, that was a spoiler alert. So yeah, wait until the very end and we will show you everything else. And yeah, without further ado, I'm going to give the word to Sofia, who is going to be breaking down the tool for us. Please, Sofia, the floor is yours, and I'm going to be keeping my eye on the chat.
Okay, thank you. So let's start with presenting my screen. Let's deep dive into our local marketing tool. So basically this tool is helping you to build, track, and monitor your local presence in one unified hub. And to start working with the tool, you need to connect Google Business Profile to add location. Location means a local business, either bricks and mortar or any business service area business, which has a company name, address, phone number, and other attributes. So the first step is connecting Google Business Profile. You just need to follow the process. When it's done, you will see that the location was added. We have like a really long list of locations, so probably you will start with 1 or 2 locations, and we will see like the company name, address, phone number, your score, which is based on how many listings you are listed, ratings, and reviews. And the last section that's going to be showing you the date when was the last check of your location. When you're adding location, here you can see that you actually can manage your location from different Google accounts. So the case might be if you're an agency, the clients share access to one of your working email addresses. And from here, switching between different email addresses, you can easily add new location to our tool. Once we are in our locations, if you have been using our platform, you might see the similarity to having projects. So the list of the projects, the same, you will have the list of your locations. And from here, you can click on, let's check, on these 3 dots, and you can edit information about your location. So here you can update business name, contact information, hours, business description. So the action that is taken here also going to be reflected in your Google Business profile. So yeah, here, this is the place where you can make some adjustments. Also, you can see the delete location button, but keep in mind that if you want to spare a limit once the location is added, it's not going to be renewed. So once the location is added, your limit is taken, and you need to wait for the next month it's to be renewed, because sometimes we have questions like this. So be really mindful about location that you are adding. If you need like a test location or something that you are like trying to figure out how the tool works, it's better to check Help Center or ask support like for additional educational materials. Also here we see the settings. This is additional set of settings that you might need, like scheduling. So you can choose the scan frequency for your location, either weekly or monthly, and the day of the week. For now, if you have a lot of location, you will still need to update this information per location. But it's a bit hidden, but almost on each of the pages of our tool, you will find this settings for local marketing. And coming back to our all location page, we also see here that you can manage access, and you can give access to this location to your additional users under your admin account. So we have admin of the account, so the owner of the account, and then we have sub accounts, or we call it additional users, manager, or clients. And here you can specify email address, and then you will share access to this location with the users under your account. User management you will find under users, and this is the place where you will add either managers or clients under your account. So let's deep dive into what will happen if we click on any of our location. Once it's created, we're gonna land it in overview section. So this is the summary of all the section that we see on our left toolbar, and it gives you like a quick access to your location to see different type of information in one page. So you can scroll down if you want just at glance overview what is happening. And here you can easily switch between different location and also play around with the dates to see what was the performance for your location within 1 month or 3 months. Let's deep dive into local rankings. So probably one of the most interesting sections. I will just switch to...
There's a question here. While we're still in the context, maybe we should answer it. So Laura asks, what about businesses that have multiple geographic locations? Every branch of a business is added here as a separate location.
So yeah, location can be one if it's one business, and then if you, for example, open local rankings, here you can set up different kind of locations. We call it single points or tracking points, and then you will specify them for your local rankings. So if the business has like different locations, you can specify those tracking points in local rankings once the location is created. Boris, would you like to maybe add something regarding this?
No, I just wanted to add one idea about location creation. So as you might have noticed, the flow of location creation is based on the basic data that we pull from GBP, meaning that you don't have to enter everything manually in our system. So once we pull these basic fields from GBP, then after that, the location data that we store in our system becomes a source of truth, and then we start pushing things to GBP if you change something in our system.
Okay, and moving to local rankings. So local ranking section is helping you to understand your visibility in Google Maps. So here we specifically track ranking of your keywords in Google Maps. So the algorithms might be different from Google search results. Here you try to grasp all insight that you can get from your local search. And to start working in this section, you are going to open tracking setup. By default, your location is already specified, so the map is gonna open like in your service area. You can enter region, zip, or address manually, or you can just choose any kind of location on the map and then add it to list. So you will add tracking points over here. So then you will have the list of different tracking points, and it really depends on your business whether you need to create one single point or two single points, like that was mentioned. For example, if your business has branches, maybe within specific service area, then in these cases your businesses might have 3, 4, 5, 10 single points, and you can add them, as I mentioned, manually or choosing the location on the map. Also, there is optional fields that you can label your tracking points. So instead of having just an address, you can label it like a short custom names. Will be more suitable for you then to analyze the data. And apart from adding and choosing locations, you also need to add keywords. So we have common keywords, and these keywords will be tracked for all points and grids that you're going to add on our map. So we consider that you are aware of your keywords that you are ranking for. You can use our tools to identify your keywords. It can be competitive research or keyword research, and then you can edit those keywords and still analyze and investigate your keywords for tracking. But it's quite important to know your target keywords, so to using this tool. But in any case, you can update this information, add, remove, or edit those keywords. Here I'm coming back.
Reiterate on an idea here. Sorry, Sofia. So a tracking point here that we add to a map or to our local rankings rank tracker, a tracking point is a place on Earth where we're imitating search, like where the system pretends to be a human that is trying to search for some keyword that they're interested in, and we measure the position of your business branch in that physical location.
Now I will show you how our grid is working. So if you have been using our tool, you were notified that we have this map rank tracker that we haven't had before. So it's quite new feature that we have, and we are happy to announce that was requested by a lot of customers, and we finally roll it out and showing it for you today. So whenever you have like any feedback or something that you have noticed related to local rankings or the tool in general, we are eager to hear your feedback. You can share it in support chat. We have like a feedback window, so we will be glad to know what is your experience and what else you need to from us to use this tool. And let's check the grid. So we saw how it looks on the map. We already added some of them. So grid of points might be the case, and for whom it might be interested if you are really and hyper local business. We were talking and giving like an example. If you're a restaurant working in specific service area, and it might be a competitive area, and for you it's really important to track it locally. In this case, you might need to use grid of points. So it depends on your needs and your business. Not everybody needs actually grid of points, but we have this feature, and of course you are welcome to use it, but also be mindful about limits, because when you're using grid of points, of course you will use more of your tracking limits. So limits you're gonna see if you open your account, and it will be depending on your subscription page and the limit that you may be bought additionally. So
Right.
for
I just want, as long as we're talking, you mentioned the pricing. We have already a couple of questions in the chat about the tool's pricing. Is it per location? Let me just bring up the question onto the screen. So would the price be based per location or businesses with multiple locations?
So the price is per location, where in the location you can add tracking points.
Great,
But
thank you. And another question is, so this is an add-on that needs to be paid for, right?
yes, so we have a bit tricky, because I don't know the people, and when you joined, like if you're a really new user and you just join us, in some of our newer plans, local marketing and content marketing can be already included in your subscription, but in general this is our add-on tool that you need to pay separately apart from your subscription.
Appreciate your answer. Carry on, please.
Yes, so grid of points. As I mentioned, this is for hyperlocal businesses, and it's also quite easy to add to your map. You just need to choose dimension of the grid, gap in kilometers, so we can choose something smaller, and then you hover and click on a specific point on the map, and your grid will be added to the list. What you can do, you can convert grid to single point and single point into the grid. So you can switch between these two approaches of tracking points. Another thing that is available for grid is that you can disable some of tracking points on your grid. Let me edit it. And for example, I want to hide, some of those tracking points. So it might be the case when you have like a restaurant maybe on closer to the water. You are creating the grid, and then you don't want to waste your tracking points being just in the water. In this case, you can just disable this point, and you won't lose your tracking limits. Yeah, we can see the grid on the map. You can zoom in, zoom out, and you can understand what is your visibility for kind of different for different locations on your service area, and you can get more insight what is happening here. So if we see this number, it's actually giving us the average of the added keywords for all tracking points. So in this case, we have just 3 keywords, and we see average position for these 3 keywords. On the bottom, we have charts for average position per keywords. ranking distribution, overall average position, and average position per tracking point. So you can also use this graph for your analysis, and you can also close it to have just everything that you need on the window. So I just made it the map and the table. So on the table, you can choose between if you want analyze all keywords for all tracking points, or you can kind of play around and make your analysis for all keywords and a specific tracking point or the grid. So in this case, we see keywords for specific location, and we see how the position was changing throughout the time. We actually have a bit of more of data for you to see. So you can see how it's changing. You can also click on the position and you can check live results. I advise you to open it in incognito. Really cool feature is to see local SERP competitors. So in case if you are still trying to figure out your keywords against whom you're competing, by clicking on this position, you can get a better understanding against who you're competing. But you can also use our tools like competitive research under research or keyword research to identify your potential competitors. And we can clear, and then you can analyze a tracking point and all the keywords. So here you have the option what is more important for you to analyze position or a keyword. So this is available to you, and for columns there's not a lot of information that you can manage. So Boris, is there anything that I missed regarding local marketing?
Yeah, I would like to emphasize a couple of things. So first, as you can see, it's possible to add independent points as well as grids on the map at the same time. So for your particular business branch, you can both have grids and even more than one grid if you want, and independent points as well. For example, you want to for example, you have a service area business that still serves customers at their physical location, right? So it's a hybrid business. You would want both to track your local rankings in the vicinity of your physical location and on a more general level in the areas that you serve, which are farther from your physical location.
Yeah, thank you for adding valuable insights to my speech, because actually local rankings can be like a little things that might be overlooked, but when you're like clicking and setting up, it all makes more sense once you start using and practice your knowledge with our tool.
We have another question about specifically what we're looking at, the grid map. So the question is, can you change the grid points on each and every keyword search?
Grid in terms of make it smaller or bigger?
So the question is probably about the possibility to measure positions in new geographical locations at every time. Actually, this tool is set up as a rank tracker, which means that you probably would want to set it up once and track a history of your rankings in those points on the map. But you can, of course, you can change your setup every day. You will just have no history for every single point in the map if you change them every day. So that's possible.
Okay, thank you. And we have another one similar to the topic that we're covering. It's about, can we track the points of local SEO on Google Analytics? So is this data pulled into GA somehow?
I believe we don't have an integration with Google Analytics for now, so probably not.
So, Oreste, if you could please just write to support@scranking.com. We will definitely take this into account. Of course, we heard you right now, so we'll also consider this, but it will be really helpful if you just submit it in written form. That would be just perfect to get the team extra motivated to help you out.
Should we move on? Do we have any other unanswered questions?
Well, not at the moment. Well, I need to analyze them first before just jumping into the chat. So let's continue right now.
And the next section that is kind of help you to improve your visibility in local search is gonna be local marketing audit, and it's kind of spot and highlight you basic issues that you might have with your Google business profile, business listings, and reviews, because it seems to be so basic, but it's quite important to make sure that all the fields are filled in, so the basic stuff is covered and you are managing it. So you make sure that your Google business profile has hours of operation added. Then in the business listings, you don't have any errors where you are listed, and you don't have unanswered reviews. So this is really convenient that those type of the issues going to be tracked in one place, and you can easily access them and make sure that you are taking care of your issues. So we can see the number of errors, warnings. If you have been using our tool, you may be already familiar with our priority distribution. So errors are top priority, everything that is highlighted in red. Warnings a middle one, and noticing like small issues, but still something that you need to take care of. You can also just go and check all issues and go through this list and make sure that, for example, hours are added, company description is also added. So this is something that you're gonna fix. You can get ideas what needs to be fixed. So this score is based on how well your local digital marketing activities are implemented for a given location. And also in local rankings, I forgot to mention guest link. So we have the guest links in many of our tools. So the guest link is one of the easiest way how you can share the data with your clients or partners. You just need to generate link, and you can choose between which section you would like to share, and somebody who is not registered on SE ranking, they will be able to open the link and just read information. So this is really maybe interesting for agencies or other like freelancers, if you want to share maybe like the section of local rankings. So it's going to be like the best way to visually explain your clients what's happening with their local rankings. And the same, you can add location for local marketing in this guest link. If you want to disable access to this link, you just update URL and they will stop having access to it. The next section is related to Google Business Profile. I will just switch to correct location. And this is the data that we pulled from Google Business Profile. That's something that you probably already can see in your Google Business Profile, but for your convenience, in order to have everything in one central hub, as we were saying that we are trying to streamline your processes, you don't have to switch between different software, so you will just stay in the local marketing, connect your Google Business Profile, and get the data that you can analyze. Here you can see the views, the difference between in different searches, views, then searches by keyword. Here you can export this data and maybe adding it for tracking of your keywords. Then you have website visits, direction requests, phone calls. So this data might be not new for you, but as I said, it's going to be really convenient for you to stay in our tool and check this data as well. And now we are moving to business listings. This is the place where we show you potential business listing where you can be listed, where you already listed, and where else you can be listed. Actually, this list is already much longer than this one because we had like an update because a lot of customers were like asking for more directories, and we finally added it. But just on my demo, location is not reflected, but you should know that we already have more of these business listings. And of course, it's depend on your location. The number of directories will differ. The one, for example, for the country in Europe and United States, this number is going to be different. And if you feel like you're missing something, you always can suggest a directory, and we will make sure that we gonna add it to the list. Yes.
So I think we need to emphasize one thing here. So this page for now is a monitor of business listings in key directories across the world. So it's not a listings management service yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we keep tracking and adding more of these business listings. And as you can see, there is an overview where your Google business profile was found, and where you have, for example, mistakes and where you need to fix these errors. So yeah, you cannot do it directly from our platform, and you still have to go to like Yelp, Foursquare to make to edit those errors. But now you can connect Google, Facebook, and make changes directly from our platform to Facebook listing. You can add URL, phone number, description directly from our platform, and it's going to be reflected on your Facebook listing. And we will work on adding more features like this, but for now some of them might be limited. But for example, for Facebook, it's already available. And here we have NAP data. So NAP stands for name, address, and phone number. And to increase your visibility, you need to have this data consistent and make sure that you have less of errors like this. So the more listings you have, the better it's filled in. It can bring the traffic to your business, and as a result, you can improve conversions and sales. So this is quite important to make sure that you have less of these errors, and we are trying to monitor and highlight those issues to you. Mm-hmm. No questions here?
There's a question in the chat.
Yeah, one just came in. Just came in. Are there any business directories adjusted per location? For example, a US based business directory listing would look different versus a European based business.
Yes, that's what we mentioned. So it depends on your location. Directories and the list of directories might be different.
Maybe the question is about adjustment of a particular directory itself, meaning that, for example, Hot Frog in the USA might show different information from Hot Frog in Australia. Anyway, we try to detect businesses in those in the branches of directories of those countries where the business resides. So they might be different, but you won't see it here because we will show, for example, Hot Frog for the USA if you have an American location.
Yeah, and maybe the question was if you can kind of remove or add, but yeah, at the moment, this list is not adjustable. Yeah, you cannot add it and remove some business listings from this list.
And as we were talking, we have another question from Eddie about directories. Can this section monitor directories that are not listed in SEO ranking? Can listings be manually added to track all listings?
Yeah, unfortunately, manually you cannot add a listing, but you can suggest it, and then we will add it to the list, and then we will start monitoring it.
Well, the process is that we actually consider, we see which directories are voted for the most, and we consider adding them. That's possible. Sometimes it's not possible for business and technical reasons.
Yeah. So but as I was saying, so it's ongoing process. So we already have more business listings, and thanks to your suggestions, we will even add and have more of them. But yeah, the list is not that I would say flexible for editing and monitoring. So it should be technically adjusted on our side, and then it's going to be reflected in your account. Okay, then I'm moving to the last section of local marketing, but not the least one, is reviews. We have like 3 subsection under reviews, and of course we want you to make sure that you are up to date to any reviews that you are receiving. So review list, you can see the platforms that we are pulling data from to add those reviews to our platform. So here just a general list and showing all the reviews you have and the platforms and the average score that you have on this platform. And what is cool in this subsection, that you can answer to Google and Facebook reviews directly from the platform. Is it correct, Boris, that it's just Google and Facebook?
Yes, at least for now.
Yeah. So yeah, this is something that we will also add more of platforms to help you to get the reviews in one place. And here you can see if it's not read and not answered. So for you, it's signal to go to the platform and reply to this review. Yeah, for this review section should be quite clear. And moving to analytics. So here you see different analytics on your reviews. Of course, it's going to be much more fun for you to analyze this page if you actually have reviews. So we encourage you to make sure that you are communicating to your customers to leave reviews. Maybe you will have additional campaigns or it's somewhere it should be built in that you make sure that your customers are leaving reviews. Then you have the data to analyze, and all of these graphics gonna tell you something. So the more you try to communicate about leaving reviews for your business, the more insights you will get in the end. And moving to insights, this is our tool that is helping you to understand better why the customers love or kind of hate your business, or how you can improve and what they are telling you. So we analyzing all the review left for your business, and for example, by default, frequency in reviews started from 2, meaning that this word was mentioned at least 2 times somewhere in reviews, and you can actually understand what your customers are saying about a particular aspect of your business and make a product change or a service improvement. So for example, if we are choosing this keyword, we can see where there was like negative feedback about waiters. So for you, it might be a signal, an indication that you need to work on some part of your business. And in the filters, you can play around to find different frequency in reviews. You might increase this frequency, and you can set up a different number of words. This might be more interesting if you're kind of trying also to get a keyword. So this is another way how you can use insights to potentially find keywords and how people are talking about you. So for example, I choose number of words 2. I found customer service, and actually it's offering to add kind of those keywords directly to your project. So except from adding location, you might also have a project on our platform where you're going to track keywords, and this is kind of another way how you can use our insights, is to find possible keywords for your business. And of course, you will just get a better understanding what is your advantage and where is the room for improvement for your business, and you can actually implement this directly to your product or service. Yeah, you can export all these reviews as an Excel file. Okay, maybe there are any questions regarding this section?
Not yet. I don't see any questions regarding the reviews section.
Yeah, so it's quite straightforward in explaining the reviews, but I hope that this is like, if you have been using the tool, maybe it's something that you overlooked, but actually it has a lot of potential in our tool and how you can benefit from it.
Tommy is writing in the chat, hold on, maybe a question is coming specifically about reviews. I think this is like basically the end of the main part of the presentation, right, Sophia?
Yeah, that's all.
I would like to invite, while questions are still coming in, and I see all the other questions that are in the queue. All right, so the question from Tommy is, all right, I didn't get to show what I wanted yet. How about a review display widget for customers' websites?
I believe we only have the platforms that we are gathering the reviews. If it's like from Google, if it's left directly on Google, but if it's left on the website, it's not going to be reflected here, right, Boris?
Yeah, I do understand what this question is about. It's about the reviews showcase widget. We know about this need. We know we have this idea. It has just hasn't been prioritized high enough yet. But someday we'll reach it in our product roadmap. Thank you.
Speaking of some days into the future, let's address the future updates that are coming to the tool. Boris, where did you go? This is your slide. So yeah, we just wanted to touch on a bit of some of the things that are on the roadmap for further developments of the tool. Obviously, all of your feedback that you submit to us right now or via the email that we sent into the chat, we'll take that into account, and it's basically feeds us, lets us know what you want and how we should develop the tools further. So everything that we do at SEO Ranking is based on, obviously, we look at what's happening on the market, but we very closely look at what our users need. So yeah, Boris, if you could please elaborate a bit more on the future updates that are coming to the local marketing tool.
Yeah, so in the coming months, you're going to see some major updates, I would say major, to the local marketing tool, which will even cause the local marketing tool to be tiered. I mean, there will be a light version of the local marketing, pretty similar to what you have today, and a more expensive version, because it will have some quite heavy functionality, like the business listings management shown here on the slide. The business listings management, meaning the ability to update your business branches listings in a number of business directories worldwide. There will be around 100 directories that you can update listings in or post listings in. There will be the second point concerning reviews management. You'll be able to have more review sources to pull reviews from, and more sources where you can respond to reviews. And as for Google posting, there's going to be a feature. For now, it's planned to be available with the more expensive version of the local marketing add-on. So Google posting is, as you may understand, it's an ability to schedule and post Google posts, to publish Google posts from within SE ranking from within the local marketing product.
Great. Thank you, Boris. This question is from Khalid. It's about the reporting part. So reporting part from your local marketing, I'm guessing. How do you report on this? Is there a section in the reporting tool to add data from the local marketing tool?
Yes, there is, but still, there are, like, as it was mentioned, there is a guest link that you can share, because then visually you can show the performance of tracking points. But also in report builder, if you go to the sections, you just don't want to deep dive into that, you will also have some sections from local marketing that can be included in report builder, like overview, local rankings. But yeah, it's either a report or a guest link.
So yeah, Khalid, you can manage it through the guest link, export, and explore the report builder. And once again, yeah, this is a tool that we are only, like, right now. We released it like a month ago. Right now, we're presenting it to you in the workshop, but we are fine-tuning the elements of connecting it within SEO ranking. So it, like was mentioned, that you can pull certain sections into the report builder, but we'll make sure that all the relevant information that you need you'll be able to transfer to your clients and share that information as well. Let me see if we have any other questions. Yeah, I'm just going to bring it up on the screen. I'm not sure if this was covered, but are there any plans to allow service area businesses to use the Google Business Profile tool?
That one is for me. So in fact, if you're a service area business, you can connect your business kind of location, your business, to our product, except that you can't edit your service area from within SEO ranking. But we're working on updates to this, and quite soon you will be able to edit your service area from within SEO ranking, as well as add more information about your location or your service area business within SEO ranking, and work with directories as a service area business. But of course, yeah, many directories do not. Most of the directories do not support fields that are specific to service area businesses. But that's a limitation that's impossible to kind of work around, because of the limitation of the nature of those businesses and directories.
Okay, so I'm not seeing any new questions come into the chat. I'll give it another minute. If you guys have anything to ask right now, yeah, we'll be happy to show you. Well, other than just repeating the whole workshop again, I mean, we'd love to, but yeah, this is not the environment for that. So Vadim, if you want to jump on another call with us, with a specific representative of SEO ranking, just to help you out, just to answer your questions, we would love to do that. And also, I see that Tommy is willing to also jump on a call with us to provide us feedback on the tool. So yeah, we'll definitely stay in touch with you, Tommy. Thank you for your questions, and thank you from Laura and Khalid and everybody who submitted questions into the chat, and just for your engagement. And we have another question from Eddie. Does this tool override the need to connect map SERP keyword results within the project detailed rankings tool?
Hope that makes sense. So I kind of do understand what this question means. So in the local, in the classic detailed rankings, our ordinary rankings tool, the tracking is performed as if you're searching through Google search. As for the local pack, the results of the local pack are taken again from the results page of the Google search service. While this and yeah, those results are tracked for a website. While here, what you do is you track your results, your positions for a Google business on Google Maps. So our local rank tracker tracks positions on Google Maps, which is kind of different. And as you can see, the local rankings tool tracks positions to a greater depth than just 3 positions of the local pack.
Yeah, I'm guessing that makes a lot of sense. Like, there's no way you can just like check a box and have that information on Google Maps ready to track local rankings. So yeah, this makes perfect sense that these things are separate, because yeah, we're tracking websites and GBP profile, GBP listing. So thank you once again for the questions, and without further ado, let me just jump to the final slides that we have prepared for you. I just want to remind everybody that the replay is coming. You can rewatch this at your own pace. You can reach out to us via live chat. Our support team is ready to engage with you and discuss your feedback, ideas, issues, whatever you may have. So let me just tell you about other things that you can have if you have access to SE Ranking. If you have a paid subscription, you have access to the SE Ranking Academy that is constantly working on developing new courses to get our audience's skills leveled up, and not with just regard to content, SEO basics, promoting an agency. We have a course on reporting, like using Looker Studio dashboards, and we're working on plenty of more courses. Be sure to check that out. If you have any SEO knowledge gaps that you want to fill. Also, we have our podcast. We call it the Do Follow podcast, where we sit down with an SEO expert or a digital marketer and discuss a specific topic. So if you're on a commute regularly, be sure to check that out on your way to work. And finally, we have just all over social media, on YouTube. Like you can watch this workshop on YouTube. You can check out our publications on LinkedIn. We have, there's just so much that we try to do. We have the SEO News Digest. We just regularly, a lot of different team members post different updates. So you can even know, like, if an update is coming even before the big announcement that we make on our website. So be sure to connect with us, follow us there, check us out, keep track of us, and communicate with us. Let us know what you're missing, what you would like to see in SEO Ranking if this is not your cup of tea right now. But we are hoping it is, and we're hoping that it will continue to grow together with you. So yeah, I want to thank everybody who joined and took the time to be here with us, ask these questions. I want to thank Sophia and Boris for being so insightful and sharing all this information about the local marketing tool and its benefits. So I'm hoping everybody was got what they wanted, and yeah, but we can continue this conversation whenever. So just make sure to reach out to us if you have anything that you wanted to talk to us about. Let me see if that was the last slide. Yeah, that was the last slide. So without, I just want to wish everybody a great continuation of your week. Be dominating that local search. Hope everybody's having great results and dominating those maps. And yeah, hopefully with our with the SEO Rankings help, we'll help you get there in a lickety split. All right. So once again, thank you, everybody, and we're going to be ending it here. Bye.
SEO Ranking bridges the gap between you and innovation. We power our tools with machine learning and AI. Experience the evolution.